Apple is more than a company. It's a lifestyle. Shiny gadgets, sleek design, that little fruit with the bite taken out. It just screams premium. But what happens when premium meets tariffs? Can Apple stay sweet when Uncle Sam wants a bigger slice of the pie? The tech giant, used to smooth sailing and record profits, has hit a snag. New tariffs imposed by the US government are threatening to turn Apple's world upside down. These tariffs, essentially taxes on imported goods, are aimed squarely at China, where, surprise, surprise, Apple manufactures most of its products. The US government, in all its wisdom, has decided to slap a 10% tariff on all imports. But wait, there's more. Chinese goods? They get hit with a whopping 24% tariff, which then skyrocketed to 104%. It's like a buy one, get one free sale. Except the free part is economic uncertainty and a potential trade war. The stated goal? To bring manufacturing back to the US, create jobs, and punish China for, well, being China. The reality, it's complicated, and for Apple, heavily reliant on Chinese factories and workers, it's a big fat problem. Remember that sinking feeling you get when you check your portfolio after a market crash? That's what Apple investors felt when the tariff news hit. Shares plummeted 7% in Frankfurt and almost 5% on Wall Street. Analysts, those fortune tellers of the financial world, are predicting a 15 to 20% drop in Apple's value if these tariffs stick around. That's billions with a B. Suddenly that new iPhone is looking a lot less appealing and a lot more like a risky investment. Remember when you could buy a decent used car for the price of a new iPhone? Those days might be gone. Thanks to the tariffs, the iPhone 15 Pro Max could cost over $2,300. And the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Hold on to your wallets, because we're talking over $3,200. Suddenly that cracked screen on your old phone doesn't seem so bad, does it? Consumers faced with sky-high prices are left with a choice. Pay up, make do, or switch to a cheaper, gasp alternative. Apple's supply chain is like a well-oiled machine with parts flowing seamlessly from Chinese factories to eager consumers worldwide. But throw a tariff wrench into those gears and, well, things start to grind to a halt. Apple knows it needs to diversify. They've already started shifting some production to India, but it's a drop in the ocean. Building new factories, training workers, and replicating that Chinese efficiency takes time and a boatload of cash. Apple's famous for innovation, but can they innovate their way out of this mess? They're exploring every option, negotiating tariff exemptions, streamlining product lines, even investing heavily in research and development. The goal? Find ways to make their products more efficiently and, crucially, more cheaply. Think thinner margins, fewer models, and maybe, just maybe, a return to the good old days of affordable-ish technology. Apple's not alone in this tariff turmoil. Other tech giants like Dell, Microsoft, and Tesla are watching closely, sweating under their collars as the trade war clouds gather. If Apple falls, who's next? China, not one to back down from a fight, is already talking retaliation. Tariffs on American services, stricter regulations on foreign companies, the whole thing could escalate faster than you can say global economic recession. The next 5 years will be pivotal for Apple. Will they weather the storm, emerge stronger, and lead the charge toward a more decentralized tech world? Or will they buckle under the pressure, their products becoming luxury items for the wealthy few? It's a high-stakes gamble, and the whole world's watching. One thing's for sure, the future of Apple, and maybe even the global tech industry, hangs in the balance. Will Apple survive the tariff storm? The situation is fluid. Apple's scrambling, the government's posturing, and consumers are left wondering if their next iPhone will require a second mortgage. It's a mess. A real dog's breakfast of economic uncertainty and geopolitical maneuvering, but maybe, just maybe, some good will come of this. Maybe this tariff turmoil will force companies to rethink their reliance on China, leading to a more diverse and resilient global supply chain. Or maybe, and this is just a crazy thought, it'll force governments to sit down, talk like rational adults, and find solutions that benefit everyone. Don't forget to follow our page and watch more videos for the latest updates. Thanks.